Hello, everybody. This is C.B Smallwood, and once again, we're back with another episode of 100 Days of Making Comics, where for every day or every other day or just whenever I can get to it, I'll be drawing, writing, inking, coloring, lettering. I'll be doing something to further my goals to making a comic book, getting a good portfolio together, and setting myself on the path of becoming a working professional in the field of comics. And what I got to say today? Jibby Jaw, Jibby J. I don't know. But anyway, let's move this out of the way. So, what do I got to say? Well, like as always, if you're used to watching my videos, you know that I kind of go unscripted and don't really edit my videos. I plan to in the future, but that's in the future. But for now, for the sake of expediency and just for the raw, free form of ideas that come out of this, I just going to spitball things as they come to my mind. Sometimes it pans off good, and then, sometimes I have a couple of sucky episodes, but maybe most of them are sucky. I don't know. You just have to let me know on that. But anyway, this is the sketch for the next page. Not particularly too hot potato on this, but whatever. I showed this before. I think half of Wildcat's face gets blowed off, and then there's this bad guy. He's kind of freaked out. This is his hand with a chain. And then over here we've got, I've decided to have Wildcat chase him because now he's running because he knows things are just not going to end well. And I'm really not certain how to do this page. I've thought about it and I have an idea, but I really don't know how well it will actually look or translate, once it's done. But the idea is this. I thought about like having the viewer's eye drawn from here to there to here, here, and somewhere at the bottom. Kind of like a S configuration where I'm showing Wildcat chasing this guy through all these scenes until it comes to its conclusion. And I don't know. I'm really not sure how to do it. I may end up going with something different, like I did the last page or the page before that. I'm not for sure. But I am tired of drawing this whole in the forest bit. But I guess that's mainly just because I spent longer on it than probably what I should have. But at the same time, I'm not quite yet a working professional yet, so I got to cut myself a little bit of slack. But still, got to keep the pressure on, or I'll become a little lax and I'll spend another couple months drawing stuff that's happening in the woods. So this is my dilemma right now. Let's move on from that. This is page 12 that I'm working on. Make sure I'm zoomed out here. Okay. And this is pretty much what I got. And I'm really happy with how this page is turning out. I didn't think, really, I did not. I thought this page would suck. Some of you say, CB, why are you drawing pages that suck? Well, I'm not trying to draw pages that suck on purpose, but sometimes you have to draw within your ability, and then you always should try to stretch what those abilities are. But at the same time, if you're getting stuck on a page and you constantly trying to be perfect with it, it gets to a point to where like you're no longer progressing as a whole. I don't know. So that's not to say you should not try to whittle it and make it as good as possible. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't want to get hung up on being stuck on a page when I've got like 10 or so other pages I need to draw. So that's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it comes across well what I'm trying to explain. But this was the original thing. When I looked at it drawed out, I was not happy with it. I wasn't happy with this face. It wasn't a terrible face, but I was not happy with it. And then once I started executing it, I guess, I don't know what the right word for it is, it's coming out pretty good. I've even added a few other extra elements to it that I didn't have before. For example, in this one you got the tree, right? And I thought that, well, there's trees in the background. What am I trying to say? I'm getting ahead of myself. In the previous page, Wildcat punch. Well, I forgot what it was. He did something. Oh yeah, he broke a guy's arm and he punched him into a tree and it snapped and broke his neck. And here, you see this background, but I thought that I needed something to kind of tie together that they're in a small space somewhat. So I got the body. I'll probably have to change the body posture a little bit, but I got the body of the guy who broke his neck at the tree laying there. I got his friend up here with the whip, and then I got Wildcat. And the thing is, this is a kind of cool accident that it kind of gives a decent perception of perspective, because just everything is expanding, going from this guy to this guy and this guy, and I like that. That's pretty cool. If you look at the other pages I did, my perspective's pretty bad. It's still passable though, as far as like visually entertaining, but it's definitely not visually correct. But that's just the case of me trying to work with what I got. As I continue as an artist, I'll try to work on that and perfect it. And then who knows, I could go back and change stuff because nothing's published yet. So, all right. So we're 7 minutes into it. That's my train of thought. Sorry I took a bit there to talk, elaborate, or whatever. I don't know. My eraser is gone. There ain't much left. I hate that. This is actually a little plastic piece. I know it looks like an eraser, but the eraser is actually down in the plastic piece. Shucks. I got a couple of comments on my videos the past week or so. I will write everybody back. And for those that are new to the channel, it usually takes me anywhere from 3 to 5 days to reply to everybody's comments. A lot of that is laziness, and other part of it is just life. You got things you got to do, and a lot of this 100 Days of Making Comics challenge requires me being both at the artboard and constantly on the computer, networking and messaging people and replying to comments and shucks, I can't remember what all else. But anyway, like what it does, it takes an already solitaire type profession. It makes it even more so, because you're just constantly in this room, in your room, trying to do this stuff. So I try to, space out and allocate my time wisely, if that makes sense. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I will write everybody back. Just be, if you can, please be patient with me. I'm not ignoring nobody. And really don't know what to think about this face, but I'm going to roll with it. It's not a horrible face. Kind of has a John Byrne feel, doesn't it? You know, overall, I have like my go-to things that I do when I draw faces and stuff like that, but like I don't really have kind of like a set standard yet, you know. And I guess one of the reasons is, like, you know, I really like Jim Lee's art, for example, and Mark Silvestri and guys like that, Rob Liefeld, yada yada yada. But the point is, like, they really have a set standard overall for how they render people. So you don't really think about it because you kind of suspend your disbelief when you look at their art because there's just so much awesome about what they do, you know. But and I don't really want to ruin this for anybody who's not really thought about this deeply. So if you don't want to ruin how you look at their art, then please, you know, fast forward for the next 2 minutes on this video. but the way they draw their men, they all look like brothers, and the way they draw their women, they all look like sisters. You know, the same features, same bone structures, and so forth and so on. There are variations, that's true. And I say this not to criticize, not at all. I mean, their styles basically are created out of necessity, you know, out of trying to meet deadlines and stuff like that. So I understand that. So I'm not, and also it looks cool, you know, it looks really cool. But you know, I'm like torn, you know, as I continue to grow and hopefully evolve as an artist. Like, I want to reflect more of what you see in life, you know, with variations and faces and stuff like that. But at the same time, it kind of hurts you stylistically as an artist because when people see Jim Lee's art, they know that it is Jim Lee. When they see Mark Silvestri, you know, most of the time they know it's Mark Silvestri, so forth and so on, you know. And oh, got a visitor. Got a visitor. What are you doing, son? Had to clear all my crap over to one side because there's some bad stuff they don't need to be fooling with. Ain't that right? Yeah. You got tired of watching Teen Titans? You want to do something different? Yep, he's gonna find him something to get into. So anyway. Let's see here. Anyway, so like stylistically, you know, I like to have a variation in faces, but still have people tell that it's, you know, me drawing. So it's kind of hard to do. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve that. Some artists do that, and it works. But I guess I don't know if there's a set formula for that or not. I don't know. I could end up using standardized faces. It's really untelling. I don't know. You know? Alright, so we're at the 14-minute mark, and I actually have more things to say, but I think I'm going to save it. Trying to keep these videos short and stuff like that, you know. Every once in a while, you know, I want to do big monster videos as far as like in length and stuff. That's a terrible looking ground. Yeah, whatever. I think it may look better when it's inked, you know. I'll probably clean it up a little bit, you know, but I remember that when I went at the Chicago Wizard World Comic Book Convention, I spoke to David Finch, and you know, it was really cool of him to give me the time of day, you know. Oh, it's sick. Oh, help the baby. Help the baby. Yeah. Come over here. I'll help you. You stuck? Come on. Here. Get over here. Come on. There you go. There you go. You gotta move your feet. Don't let me drag you. So anyway, I talked to David Finch, and he was telling me that one of the things that I needed in my art is I needed to add more shadow and stuff like that. I needed to put more blacks in and stuff like that, because there was an awful lot of you know, just empty space, you know, and I have to agree. I think my art looks better when I've got a lot more, you know, blacks and shadows and stuff. I think it makes things pop more in a cool way. So for those of you that are looking for something to change your art up a bit without actually changing your style drastically, just try adding a little bit more noir, N-O-I-R, is that how it's spelled? A little bit more of that to your art, you know. So anyway, I appreciate all the comments I got so far, and all the new subscribers and followers and all that good stuff. And let me go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm not really professional with this, but let's see if I can do this right this time. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, folks, please remember to upvote and smash that like button into the stratosphere, because the more of these bad boys I get, the more it encourages me to do more art, and I really appreciate all the likes and upvotes that I get. Also, if you really enjoyed this video and all my other videos, and you want to keep up to date to any new ones that I come out with, please remember to hit that follow or subscribe button so you'll be kept up to date to all that. So as always, I love you guys. I appreciate all the love and support, and hope to see you in the next video. This is C.B Smallwood, and you've been watching 100 Days of Making Comics.